What's going on, everyone? It's time for another action, adventure, creature feature film review. Today we're going to talk about The Crater Lake Monster. This was released sometime in March of 1977. It was directed by William R. Stromberg, who only did one other film. That's Phil Tippett, Mad Dreamers, and Monsters documentaries. But yeah, this had a box office of over $1.05 million when it was released. So it was a moderate success when it was released. So The Crater Lake Monster is about a small seaside like town near a lake that turns out has a monster living in it, and the fishing community are also getting eaten one by one. So a group of people try to figure out what's going on. Of course, they uncover a monster that's living there, and they have to fight it off to save the town. So this is your typical monster movie. It's a cool 1977, good little fun little adventure film, where a lot of walking around the woods, a lot of people bitching that there's a monster around, they should do something, but then they don't really do anything. And there's some pretty good creepy scenes in this movie. The characters are actually pretty fun and entertaining to watch in this, and it definitely has that good feel to it. And yeah, the music in it is very complements the film pretty well. It actually works pretty decently for what it is, and I actually really enjoyed the music in this, and I thought it moved the film along well and worked well with it. Cinematography is not too bad in this too. It looks pretty decent in that. And overall, I thought the story, it's a basic story, but still it's a fun story. And the effects, depending on how much you like stop motion, you're going to either really like it or not like the effects in this at all, because it looks like a model toy attacking people sometimes. But still, this is one of those old films where they actually use stop motion animation to make the monster, and it looks really cool. It has very similarities to what like some Voyage of Sinbad or Jason and the Argonauts from like the 60s and 70s era films, like Harryhausen stuff, and that it's a little cheaper looking, but still it has a cool thing, and they have a cool fight scenes and stuff, how they staged it and everything. This is early precursor to like how they would do it with CGI and stuff. So yeah, it all looked pretty, it all works, and it's a fun little film. There's not much to it. It's pretty basic, it's pretty predictable, but still it has some amusing characters, and it's a fun time. So Crater Lake Monster, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. It was amusing enough, and yeah, pretty basic and simple, but still, it's a fun, entertaining time. So I'm not sure where it's streaming or anything. I think it might actually be here on YouTube, so I'll probably, if I can find it, the full version, I'll link it down there. But if not, I'll put the trailer down below so you can see what I'm talking about. But also make sure you check out my Instagram link down below. Check those clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my stories. You put the film title in there and some fun fact or history thing in there as well. Also, my Letterbox is down below at Derek P Reviews. That's where it posts our first star rating after watching the films, and my Twitter's down below at Reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay in loop with this channel. Like this video, share it so more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films or film franchises in any genre, and on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. Make sure you subscribe. Hope you find something weird, obscure, and odd they probably never thought of checking out together. And also share my opinions on popular films. I've come out classic films and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, we're going to do one other like horror thriller. It's marketed as a creature feature, but it's not. It's called Land of the Minotaur, also known as The Devil's Men. So I'll be checking that out in the next review. So make sure you tune in for that. Watch out for all those crazy dinosaur-looking monsters lurking around lakes and killing people, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.